The third quarterfinals matchup pairs the top-seeded Gate Guardian versus the lowest playoff seed Jinzo. Joey was able to overcome Para and Dox with the help of Yugi in the anime, but can he do it himself when the odds are stacked against him? He certainly wasn't able to in the first round when this all started, where Gate Guardian 2-0 Jinzo. But for what it's worth, of the other two rematches that we've had, the deck that first lost got its revenge both times. Focus over La Jin and Tunes over Blue Eyes, so nothing is guaranteed. Let's find out. Gate Guardian as the top seed will open up, activating the Shadow Ghoul's effect to pitch itself from hand to add a Labyrinth Wall card, but that is blocked by Ash Blossom. Gate Guardian still has Labyrinth Heavy Tank to normal summon without tributing, can activate its ability to place one of the 3 gate cards from deck in the spell trap zone. So it will put Kazijin and will end turn. So that Ash Blossom comes in clutch because otherwise Gate Guardian may have had some big plays, but let's see what Jinzo can do with that little bit of reprieve. Jinzo, so that's gonna work out very well since Gate Guardian just put Kazijin as a spell card. Since only it controls a spell or trap, Jinzo clone can be special summoned from hand and can now tribute to special summon a Jinzo from hand, deck, or grave, but that is blocked by Ash Blossom. So both players get a clutch Ash Blossom to stop the opponent in their tracks. But no, that is blocked back by Called by the Grave, so Jinzo has the answers. This one blocks Ash Blossom, negates its effect. Jinzo clone will go through and special summon Jinzo 2.0. Jinzo 2.0, when special summoned by the effect of a card that mentions Jinzo, will destroy all spells and traps on board. That includes that Kazijin that is placed face up as a continuous spell. Jinzo will now normal summon Jinzo Jector. Will tribute itself to add a Jinzo monster from deck to hand. Will add another copy of Jinzo clone. Interesting. Alright. Banishing Jinzo clone from the grave to special summon Jinzo 3.0. So he's got 2.0 and 3.0 on the board. But no traps in the grave, so he can't pop the heavy tank. Will instead attack with 2.0 to try and destroy both monsters, and they will both be destroyed. Jinzo 3.0 attacks, and Gate Guardian responds with Dungeon Worm of the Labyrinth, can special summon itself on an attack declaration and then redirect the attack to itself. And if both the monsters are in the same column, Dungeon Worm has the other ability where it can send a card that mentions Sanga, Kazijin, and Suijin from hand or deck to grave to destroy the monster it is battling. Will send Prey of the Jirai Gumo from deck to grave to get some use out of its trap cards, and will destroy Jinzo 3.0. So that is a big shift. Looked like Jinzo had the upper hand for a second, but Gate Guardian takes it right back. Jinzo ends with just 2 cards in hand, nothing on field. Gate Guardian draws, also has 2 cards in hand, the Dungeon Worm on field. Prey of the Jirai Gumo's effect activates to banish itself from the grave to add Sanga from deck to hand. Now it looks like he's got all 3 pieces on board, 1 in the grave, 2 in hand. Banish it all 3 to special summon Gate Guardian Combined. Gate Guardian Combined deals 3750, Dungeon Worm deals 1800. Jinzo is left with 2450 to Gate Guardian's 8000. This is not looking good for our hero, our underdog. Gate Guardian passes. Jinzo's got 3 cards in hand. What does he got? Normal summon Psychic Bounder can add a Jinzo or spell or trap that listed in its text. Will add Gifts from the Cosmos. Gifts from the Cosmos can be set to the opponent's field, which is exactly what he will do. And now that the opponent is the only one that controls a spell or trap, can special summon that Jinzo clone he added earlier. Jinzo clone's effect activates. Tribute to special summon the OG Jinzo. Interesting choice. Alright, so he's going to keep that Gifts on board. He's got Mind Warp. Interesting choice. Ah, okay. Mind Warp. So Mind Warp has an interesting ability where when a Jinzo monster battles, it can target one spell or trap on the field, and if it is a trap, destroy it. Then that player can switch control of one monster they control with one monster their opponent controls. So a non-targeting out will destroy that gift from the cosmos that is set, and will switch control of Psychic Bounder with Gate Guardian combined. So Jinzo takes control of Gate Guardian combined and control of the game. Gifts from the Cosmos effect will also activate, draw a card. And now Gate Guardian combined will destroy the Psychic Bounder, dealing 2050. The tides change real quick, just as we saw in the Jinzo and Celtic Guardian matchup. Jinzo will end past a Gate Guardian who draws. Activates Labyrinth Wall Shadow, can use its ability to place one of the 3 pieces as a continuous spell. Will place Kazijin. Will end turn right there. Jinzo normal summons Jinzo Jector, activates its ability to tribute to add a Jinzo monster from deck to hand. Will add Jinzo the Machine Menace. So this is cool because now while there aren't any, there is a trap engraved, so it would have mattered anyway. But Jinzo the Machine Menace can special summon itself, and Mind Ward, keep in mind, is treating Kazijin as a trap. So Jinzo the Machine Menace's effect will activate, tribute itself to special summon Jinzo 2.0, Jinzo 2.0. Jinzo the Machine Menace's effect, the rest of its effect will destroy all traps on board. So that'll destroy the Kazijin, but Jinzo 2.0 will destroy it anyways with its effect. This, unless he's got another Dungeon Worm, does not. Gate Guardian destroys the Dungeon Worm, and the 2 Jinzos will attack for game. What a comeback. Game 1 goes to Jinzo. We are moving to game 2. Gate Guardian will open up with Sealed Gates to add one of the 3 pieces from deck or banish to hand. Add Sanga of Thunder. Will then activate Sealed Gates' other ability to send itself to the grave to normal summon a level 5 or 7 monster without tributing. Will normal summon that Sanga and end turn. Alright, so not the greatest of openings. Let's see if Jinzo can take advantage. Starts off with Magical Trap. And now since the opponent controls the spell trap and doesn't, Jinzo can special summon Jinzo Clone. Will then activate the Art of Jinzo to destroy a card on the field if it is a trap and Sanga is being treated as a trap, it is destroyed. They can add a Jinzo or a card that mentions it from deck to hand. Add Psychic Bounder. Psychic Bounder normal summons, adds a Jinzo or a spell or trap that mentions Jinzo from deck to hand. Will add a copy of Magical Trap. Jinzo Clone's effect activates, tributes itself to special summon a Jinzo from hand, deck, or grave. Will special summon the OG Jinzo from hand. He's got 41 on board. Let's see if Gate Guardian has a Dungeon Worm to try and turn this in his favor. Psychic Bounder attacks for 17, and Jinzo will not attack with Jinzo, probably out of fear of that Dungeon Worm. We'll go to main phase 2, set 1, and end. Gate Guardian draws. And he's got it again. 2 copies, 2 pieces in hand, and the Sanga and the Grave will banish all 3 to bring out Gate Guardian combined, playing with fire again, hoping that he doesn't get mind warped here. Alright, so this is interesting. Gate Guardian combined is attacking Jinzo. Knowing that Psychic Bounder has an ability where if another monster is attacked, then you can destroy the attacking monster and this card. So probably doesn't want to keep Gate Guardian combined on the board out of fear of that said Mind Warp kind of PTSD from the first game. So Psychic Bounder's ability will activate, will destroy itself and the Gate Guardian combined. Gate Guardian combined, of course, has a floating ability where if it leaves the field by an opponent's card, he can special summon a level 11 or lower Gate Guardian monster from the deck or extra deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. It will bring out the Gate Guardian of Wind and Water, so the spell trap negator. The Jinzo deck relies heavily on spells and traps, so this is huge. Gate Guardian of Wind and Water destroys Jinzo, deals a whopping 50 damage, and ends turn. So with no spells or traps, well, not necessarily no spells or traps, but 2 negates against spells or traps, and only 4 cards, 3 in hand, 1 on set on field. What can Jinzo do? Start off with the normal summon of Psychic Bounder, add Art of Jinzo. Resurrection J will activate from hand. We'll use its ability right now. We'll use its ability to target don't see what he targeted, but Gate Guardian of Wind and Water will negate that effect. But Jinzo will chain the Art of Jinzo. So now keep in mind that Gate Guardian of Wind and Water can only use its effect once per chain, so it can't negate anything else that's about to go on this chain. Art of Jinzo activates, targets Wind and Water. Magical Trap activates, turning Wind and Water into a trap card. And since it is a trap, the Art of Jinzo will destroy it. The Art of Jinzo will search out Law of Cosmos. Wind and Water will, of course, still negate Resurrection J, but Wind and Water will get a floating effect and special summon Suijin from the banished pile. Alright, so while Resurrection J's effect was negated, it has another effect where if the effect was activated, then he has to destroy 1 card he controls, or if not, has to destroy Resurrection J. And Wind and Water doesn't negate activations, it only negates the effects. So Resurrection J's downside still has to go through. Psychic Bounder is destroyed, and turn passes to Gate Guardian. Activates Labyrinth Wall Shadow. Will place Kazijin that was banished back as a continuous spell. Will banish the 2 to bring out a Guardian of Wind and Water. Attacks, dealing 2450. Passes turn to Jinzo, who draws. Still's got that Resurrection J on board. Of course, Wind and Water has 2 negates. Dark Ruler no more. This card is putting in work in the quarterfinals. Will negate Wind and Water. What a top deck. Now activates Law of the Cosmos. Will Gate Guardian set a trap? It will. It will set Gate to Despair. Let's see what Jinzo summons and which Jinzo comes out. Jinzo 3.0. Now Resurrection J's effect activates to special summon the OG Jinzo. And Resurrection J becomes treated as a trap. The 2 Jinzos will XC summon into Jinzo Laird. Jinzo Laird will activate, attaching itself a material to take control of Wind and Water. And now Jinzo Laird's other ability will activate to tribute a card and destroy a face-up card on the field, and it can only happen if a trap is on the field. And Resurrection J, because of its effect, is being treated as a trap right now. Jinzo Laird will destroy Labyrinth Wall Shadow. Alright, so Jinzo Laird will opt not to attack. And Resurrection J's other effect will activate and destroy Jinzo Laird. Alright, so this is interesting. Right now, Resurrection J is a trap card, so it can be chained in response to anything that the opponent tries to do. Gate Guardian, of course, has Gate to Despair down. So if it tries to activate it, then Resurrection J can bring back Jinzo and negate it. So let's see what he tries to do. Go ahead and end turn. So Resurrection J, will he use it? Will not. Turn passes. Resurrection J is now back to being a continuous spell. Jinzo was thinking. Jinzo will activate Resurrection J, targeting Jinzo Clone. Interesting. Resurrection J brings out Jinzo Clone, since Jinzo Clone is named as Jinzo while in the graveyard. Resurrection J now becomes a trap. Jinzo clone's effect activates tributes to special summon the last Jinzo, Jinzo 2.0 from the deck. Jinzo 2.0's effect activates, will destroy the back row. Gate Guardian will respond by chaining Gate to Despair, will activate a Labyrinth Wall Shadow, and be able to special summon a level 5 or 7 monster from hand. Of course, 2.0 will still destroy that Labyrinth Wall Shadow, but he does get a monster on board, and that is Suijin. That is a stronger monster than any of the Jinzos. So while he loses the field spell, he still has some field presence. Jinzo then special summons the Machine Menace. Activates its ability to special summon a Jinzo from the deck by tributing itself and destroying all traps that the opponent controls. So there aren't any. Jinzo 3.0's effect activates banishing a trap from the grave. Will banish that Gate to Despair so the opponent can't use its graveyard effect, and will destroy the Suijin. Alright, so Jinzo was playing cautious before out of fear of Dungeon Worm last turn. Let's see if he tries to attack this turn. Jinzo 2.0 attacks. Take 24. Jinzo 3.0 attacks. Will take 24. He doesn't have the Dungeon Worm, but he's got 1,500 life points. Let's see what he can do about it. Resurrection J's effect activates. We'll have to send Jinzo 2.0 from field to grave. Opponent draws. Gate Guardian, what do you got? You are down to your last 1,500 life points. You are the top seed. You are down 1-0 to the bottom seed, Jinzo, and you only have 1,500 life points left to make a comeback. Let's see what you got. Pitching Shadow Ghoul to add Labyrinth Wall Shadow. It'll be blocked by Ash Blossom. There is nothing else he can do. Resurrection J's effect will activate in the end phase to special summon the OG Jinzo, turning off the rest of its effects, so Resurrection J doesn't have to pop a monster on board. Jinzo will go straight to the battle phase. Resurrection J, the MVP of the duel. Jinzo attacks, dealing the final blow. That is incredible. Jinzo, amazingly impressive, not only taking down the 5th and 1st seed as the underdog, but doing so in 2-0 fashion in both matches. Joey moves on to the semifinals, where even Kaiba didn't make it. Only question now is, will it face off against Pegasus's Toons or Yugi's Dark Magician? We'll find out what the final quarterfinals matchup tomorrow. Dark Magician takes on Odeon's Apopus. Let's get it.